deep breath in through your nose and exhale. Hands to your side, feet planted firmly in the ground as if you're planting it in fertile soil. And just release and let go of any tension in your face, neck, shoulders, any place, any other places where you can perceivably feel when you're holding tension. And just
Yeah.
invite in ease. I am open to receive all that is seeking to express in, as, and through me. I am open to receive. Much like the old school antennas that were used for CB radios, as well as antennas in general that was placed on cars and many other things, we ourselves are our own receptors. We have signals built in from our pineal gland within, in the middle of our heads to our heart center, as well as other points that are located through our chakras. So we are ever connected to source, inseparably connected, meaning no matter what the world says and what the premise that we are separate, it is but misinformation because we are inseparably connected to all that is. And along with that connection comes that open communication where we are openly receiving information, picking up on signals and just different things that the universe is trying to express in, as, and through us. It is always happening on a continuous basis. Get a hunch about something, feel compelled to go a different route, or to go right when you always go left, and all of that ties into just that feeling or a deep knowing without confirmation from your head, but you just follow it within an instant. That all comes from that interconnection, that connection, inseparable, meaning it cannot be broken. Not like not like you being tethered to a boat or an anchor or something that can be severed. It's an inseparable connection with the divine. As long as we have this carnation, we are in this experience, you are inseparably connected. And so as we are continuously receiving signals and communications from the universal intelligence that surrounds us and that is connected to everyone else, it is said that it is a small world after all. And that is because we are all connected to source. So the very things that feel as if it's impossible to transcend time and space is all a part of that connection. And so as we are always ever connected, we're forever receiving. But the more noise and distractions, those are the times when we may not always be able to hear what is seeking to express through us. So it is those times when we disconnect from the land of the senses, from the things that ground us into this experience, and take that time to really go within to connect to our very source that springs eternal with an ever flowing abundance of energy and life, not just any energy, but life force energy that cannot be broken or destroyed, but can transform into various different forms and shapes. So by closing out your awareness to the physical senses, by closing your eyes, by often holding your hands wide open, or maybe having your pointer finger and your thumb touch as one of the mudras to have an openness and awareness, and centering your awareness to your breathing, taking your attention away from active engagement into thought. And although you can't abruptly stop or interrupt thought, you can distract your awareness by directing it to a different focus so that you are not, quote unquote, in your head. So oftentimes you direct your attention to those very things that are evolving and taking shape on a moment by moment basis. And oftentimes that is the breath. Ever flowing doesn't really cause any intentional effort in itself, and it allows for you to just be a natural observer to that, all that is taking place. So it kind of transcends from just an essential part of life that we do every moment and second, and that often just undergirds our conscious awareness because we're so busy going and doing and being active that we kind of lose that awareness of what's taking place in our body. But when we take time to just sit in the stillness, taking our attention and our power back by pulling our attention to go inwards and focusing on those things that are evolving on a moment by moment basis, which is the breath. We become aware to the wonderment that is life. That is the fact that we don't have to consciously turn on or auto regulate our breathing is something that we have to constantly be intentional about. That we conserve the marvels that are taking place in every single moment. The very fact that from the moment air enters in through your nostrils, that a whole intricate scientific process that has all of its complexities is taking place. But yet you, from the perspective of having your body as your home, is imperceivable. All of it's taking place on a molecular level. But the fact that you can feel the breath as it flows in, and as it flows in and you take a deep breath, you can feel it as it expands your lungs, from your lungs down into your abdomen. And then you can feel into the freeing trust of the exhale. There's so much stuff we feel that we have to be cognizant of. We have to be hyper vigilant upon this and that, watching out for this person, protecting ourselves, and just so many different ways in which we channel our awareness to be so many things at once that can cause stress and tension. But in going inward, we can just follow the natural supportiveness of our beingness. Without any help from ourselves, the body knows how to breathe. And with all the things that are stored in our conscious awareness about the breath and the nature of air and the air quality and all these different things, and you can look at statistics up the wazoo until it can make you feel overwhelmed about all the things that are going on. But beyond that, you are supported. You are supported through each and every breath, but yet free to go about and to do your normal daily activities. So as you breathe, there is an inherent trust, a trust that goes beyond just any type of trust that we may apply to others, or a deep abiding trust that goes beyond our awareness of how much we really trust the availability of the next breath and our body to be able to function well enough to actually know what to do, to know when to release, and not releasing hesitantly in the exhale, reserving some for later, but to freely just let go. We take in what we need. Everything's done down to a microscopic level. Our body gets what it needs. It's this whole even exchange is taken in. It's supplying the body with nutrients and it's expelling those parts that it does not need. And it just, and all in all, we feel oblivious to the fact of the miracle that's literally going on right beneath our nose. That trust and that letting go. We can learn a lot from just following our bodies. And if you don't have appreciation of the breath, the one reaffirming factor is feeling under the weather, having congestion, and encountering difficulty with your breath and breathing, that you have a greater appreciation for the ease of flow. So, in looking inwardly and being attentive to all that is taking place, it can feel into the sense of gratitude, allow it to rise up to the surface, and just say, thank you. Thank you, God, and me. And then further examining the breath, it brings up, if we can have that amount of trust that our body can know what to do from a breath perspective and let go freely without hesitating, without overanalyzing or saving some for later. If we are that supported and loved from not just the breath, but from every single organ, action, and function that supports us, why for once would we think or even believe that we would not be supported in that same form of fashion in every other aspect of our lives? The universal intelligence, or the God in us, is available, it is supportive, it's loving, and it's, in fact, it's so loving and supportive that it supports us in every decision that we make. Every action is not a no, are you sure you want to do that? It is yes. You are supported in every action that you do. So whether you believe you can do particular things or great things, or you believe you can, you will be supported in that. But beyond all of that lies the fact that your every organ, action, and function supports you. It supports you when you're awake, and it supports you when you're asleep. It does not sleep, it does not slumber. Consciousness is ever a balm, supportive for you in every single thing. That is something that goes beyond condition. Unconditional love at its finest. And so it's one thing to consider, or even just kind of ponder, or just kind of take into consideration. If you were supported in that manner, why wouldn't you be supported in every single way, every other aspect, financially, mentally, emotionally, psychologically? Why wouldn't you be supported in every other way? When looking at it from that perspective, it seems irrelevant, or it seems inconsequential. Why would we do anything different? But through conditioning and different things, but in all, we are brought back to the truth of who we really are. More that we align with that truth, the more we can feel it resonate within our bodies. Saying a particular affirmation or speaking truth to power about who you really are beyond the mask, beyond the conditioning, beyond the layers of identity and identification. There is a feeling that you can get that just feels warm and supportive. Anything that you affirm that peels back those layers of misconceptions and misunderstandings can bring a palpable sense and feeling of your power. At the top of the next breath, I know what I need to know when I need to know it. I know when I need to know when I need to know it. And I have what I need to have when I need to have it. And that goes back to kind of like the old proverb of may not come when you want it, but always right on time. So your needs are perpetually, always met. all coming back to that level of trust. And if we can transfer that trust that we have and our body functioning to support us through the breath and every other function, if we can transfer that to our conscious portions of our lives and know beyond a shadow of a doubt, beyond the senses, beyond what our eyes may see, what our senses may observe and hold to be so true, then in essence, we will know what we need to know through intuition, through feeling, through all the ways in which we are connected and receive communication. And we will have and be supplied with what we need when we need it. In essence, all of our needs are perpetually met, and everything is working together for my good. And that is not because there is a far off God somewhere sitting in a distant land of the heavens. It is because you are God. So thank you, God in me. So grateful and thank you. Thankful that I am inseparably connected to all that is, and it's entirely devoted to my advancement. And it's been said, if God be for you, who could be against you? That really speaks truth to power, because if God is in you, and if everything you do is an expression of that power, and if you feel into that power, hold your head high with confidence, knowing that there are no failures, that you are eternally, unconditionally supported in whatever you decide, whatever actions. It is all a form of expression, and that you are worthy simply because you exist. And if we go a little deeper, just about the root of every problem that we encounter is all rooted in some degree in worthiness. You are worthy, you are deserving, you are God. And everything is always working together for your good. Sometimes we just need to close out our vision and our perception that is from being limited by our senses, and to just go beyond and to come back home and to connect in that stillness, the open receptivity. I am open, available for more good than I could possibly imagine. Thank you, God in me. Thank you, God in me. You are that loved and supported unconditionally. That in itself deserves an applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So in all the feelings, when we feel alone, or we feel like we're not supported or loved the way we feel that we need to be loved by those that are closest to us, or we're not getting what we need, it's return home. Return home to that space. Feel and know that every single thing that you could ever possibly imagine is all connected to love that is expressed in support of everything that you could possibly do. So there is no failure. There may be missteps and lessons along the way, but if God be for you, within you, a part of you, oneness and interconnection with all that is, all life that exists, then there is nothing, nothing that can be against you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm inseparably connected to all that is, to all life that exists, and is entirely devoted to my advancement. Thank you. In the next few seconds, you're going to hear a set of chimes that's going to support you to go deeper into practice. Should your mind drift to wonder, just pause, take a few deep breaths, and redirect your awareness to your breath, and just feel, observe into the flow, and just let go. Let go of anything that may be stressful or straining on your mind, and just allow yourself to fully expand into the breath. being open to all that is seeking to express in, as, and through you. And anything that you may not have been able to receive, the reception of something that was expressing because you were going about your day and maybe it wasn't clear, but you are connected, an open connection. And in that stillness, in that silence, is when you are open to receive and not just receiving something that is done before. Because through the infinite, there is infinity, meaning nothing needs to be duplicated. So we don't need to continue to repeat the same or recycle the same narratives. There's new ways that just as much as we want to see amazing things and experiences and things that we may not have done before, just the same way those desires are calling to us, the infinite is just as eager to have those experiences through you. Open and receptive to more good than I could possibly imagine. Thank you, God, and me. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale. Just letting go again. You are inseparably connected to all that is, all life that exists, and it's entirely devoted to your advancement. At any point during the day that you feel that things are just intense or you just need to breathe, pause, take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and just center your awareness on the breath. Notice how it flows and how it just freely lets go. And remember that you are unconditionally loved, protected, and that you are supplied with every single thing that you need, either in our unconscious aspects of supporting us physiologically or in our conscious lives. And just remember, everything is working together for my good, and that you will have what you need to have when you need it, when you need to have it, and you will know what you need to know when you need to know it. The same way that the breath is supplied and that exchange happens right beneath your nose without you having to worry about it. That same protection, that same coverage, that same love covers you in every aspect of your existence. And not for anything that you've done or anything that you had to do to become worthy. You are worthy simply because you exist. And you're not a small being that has to quiver. You can sit and stand up with confidence, knowing that you are strengthened and animated because God is in you, not in some far off place in the sky, and you are loved beyond repair. Thank you, God, in me. I would like to extend my gratitude and appreciation. I am truly, truly grateful to have you in this community. And I would like for you to do that, show that same love and appreciation, and just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Your whole entire being will thank you for it. Thank you so much. Float your eyes open and welcome back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So happy jury duty. Hopefully you just get
Yeah,
one day.
yeah, I know. It better.
No.
My girlfriend is having part of her thyroid taken out on Friday,
Oh, okay.
and I had promised her I will go with her on Friday to pick her up. So I will not be going in on Friday.
We're gonna say that you won't have to go in. Which hospital is it?
It's in Manhattan, near 59th Street, I think.
Oh, NYU?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
One
Okay. Yeah, you would definitely
of
you
us-
have a really great community, and I'm sure that you would be there with her.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All
thank you
right.
very much.
You're welcome. Take
So,
care. Have a good one. Bye.
bye-bye.